Constructor and Destructor. A class constructor is a special member function. Constructor is a special member function, that is nothing like, it's similar like a function, okay, which is automatically called whenever a new object is created. Whenever you are creating an object for this class, okay, class sample, so open and close, okay. For this class, if you want to create an object, if I created, okay, this function will be automatically called whenever a new object is created. That is called as constructor. And then destructor means it's a special member function of a class that is executed whenever an object of its class goes out of the scope. Whenever the class it is completed, that means whenever that function is over, I am just releasing all the chars. Whenever the function starts, I will place all the chars, right? So in the same way, constructor means whenever it is initiated, the constructor will be called, all the memory allocated operations and all will be, whatever it is needed at the initial stage, it will be done in the place of constructor whenever the function is over. In the same way, whenever the purpose of the program is over, I am just releasing all the memory pointers and whatever it is, whatever you need. You want to say goodbye, see out, goodbye, whatever you want, that will be mentioned in the destructor. Destructor will be always taught with this tilde operator. Tilde operator is like this. So here you can see the sample example, class sample public. If you are defining this same name, the constructor will be same name as the class name, okay, same name as class name, okay. The constructor is same name. See, class sample, the class name is also sample and this function is also sample. So this is called as constructor of the class. This is called as constructor of the class. So inside I am given cout constructor called. So the constructor will be called. It will be just giving an it will be printed, okay. And then this tilde operator and the class name, tilde and class name. Cout destructor called, that is it will be printed whenever the program or object goes out of its scope, or this destructor will be called automatically. This is called as destructor. Again, the next one is a copy constructor. What is a copy constructor? Is a member function that initialize an object using another object of the same class. A copy constructor has the following general prototype. So the prototype, or you can also say the structure or syntax of this copy constructor is class name, constant, class name, ampersand, old object. So this is old object name. You can create anything. I will explain in the example, okay. So copy constructor is nothing but you are creating a copy, that's it. That is copy constructor. It's a member function, okay, that initialize an object using another object. For example, I am creating like a same object I am assigning to another object, okay. The copy constructor has the following general prototype: class name, constant, class name, ampersand, old object. See, I will give example here. A sample example for copy constructor is, so here I have created an object point P1, okay, this is an object, here I am passing the value, and point P2. So P2 is, I created an object P2. See what happened. So P1 is the object I created for point. So in this point, what I did is constant point ampersand P1. So this address will be taken, okay. So this address, now I do this P1 address, okay. In a P1 I stored X and Y value. So X and Y value, this 10 and 15 will be passed here. P1.x, this P1.x equal to 10 and P1.y equal to 15, right? So now what I am doing is I am copying this P1 object to P2. point P2 equal to P1. This is called as copy constructor here. Here you are copying the constructor, right? So now what happens? And the next one is P2. So P2 dot x value, what happens? P1 address will be assigned to P2. So this 2050 in this memory location is also pointed P2. So what happens? This is a copy of this. Okay, P1 and P2 is a copy of this, and P2 dot x, whenever you are giving C or P2 dot x, the same 10 will be printed, and P2 dot y is also 15 will be printed. So this is called as copy constructor. You are just copying your same object to another object.